Ferrari's paddock is simmering. Rumours swirl of Fred Vasseur being on the chopping block, even as the team publicly denies any heated confrontation behind closed doors. And after a volatile first season in red, Hamilton has even highlighted a key Ferrari figure who's kept him grounded amid the chaos. The question now, how stable is Ferrari's house of cards, and who will survive the fallout? Before we unpack this, hit subscribe if you want the radio calls, the boardroom drama, and the pressure that turns legends into liabilities. This channel is your front row. Let's start with Vasseur. After Singapore, reports emerged that Ferrari was seriously considering replacing him, with whispers of a heated confrontation between the team principal and senior engineers. Ferrari moved quickly to quash the talk, dismissing the rumors as nonsense and pointing to Vasseur's long-term contract as proof of their trust. But in Formula One, a contract is only as strong as the next bad result, and the very fact that such stories gain traction shows how fragile things have become. Vasseur has been in charge since early 2023, replacing Mattia Binotto. His tenure has been marked by some stabilization but also ongoing questions. On the positive side, Ferrari has improved its operations and appeared calmer under pressure. On the negative side, results remain inconsistent, with strategy calls still under scrutiny, and the SF25 plagued by brake overheating, ride heating sensitivity, and performance swings between circuits. When Ferrari wins, it looks like redemption. When it fails, the knives come out. That is life in Maranello. Vasseur himself has fought back against the constant media narrative, complaining that leaks and speculation undermine team morale. But Ferrari is unique. It is not just a racing team, it is a national institution. Every slip, every rumor, every sideways glance becomes front-page news. And in that environment, even a strong leader can appear vulnerable. The suggestion that Christian Horner or other big names might be eyed as alternatives shows how restless the Italian press and Ferrari's upper management can be. Then there is Lewis Hamilton. His move to Ferrari was always going to be seismic, and 2025 has been as turbulent as predicted. No podiums so far, flashes of brilliance buried under mechanical issues and the constant glare of expectation. Hamilton is learning what Alonso, Vettel, and even Kimi Raikkonen learnt before him. Ferrari offers unrivaled glory when it works, but it tests your patience when it doesn't. Riccardo Patrese's recent comments that Hamilton could stay until 2027 give the story another twist. Hamilton signed a multi-year deal, but many believed he would use Ferrari as a 2-year swan song, perhaps retiring if the 8th title never came. Patrese insists Hamilton has the stamina, the hunger, and the desire to continue. He said bluntly that Hamilton still has time, that he is not done, and that with Ferrari, he could yet rewrite history. Hamilton himself has stoked that belief. Asked about his rocky start, he referenced Ferrari's history with champions. They had Kimi, they had Fernando, they had Sebastian, all world champions, who didn't win with Ferrari. I don't want to be another on that list. That line shows his mindset. He sees himself not just as a Ferrari driver, but as someone determined to succeed where others have failed. He knows the risks, that Ferrari legends often leave with broken dreams, but he is daring to be different. Yet his first season has been volatile. The car has often let him down, leaving him fighting in the midfield. He has sparred with rivals like Alonso over track limit disputes. He has struggled with overheating brakes, and he has grown visibly frustrated over the radio. Still, Hamilton has shown resilience. In several races, he has dragged the Ferrari further up the field than it deserved. He has also shown humor, mocking Alonso with a social media clip after their radio spat in Singapore. It reminded fans that he remains sharp, confident, and unafraid of the theater that comes with F1. Perhaps most importantly, Hamilton has pointed to someone inside Ferrari who has been, in his words, amazing. Though he didn't name names, he credited that figure with keeping him calm and helping him adapt to life at Maranello. In a volatile year, with politics swirling, that kind of stabilizer may be as important as any upgrade. Ferrari needs not just speed, but harmony, and Hamilton knows it. All of this feeds back into Vasseur's position. If Hamilton is to succeed, Ferrari needs stability. If Vasseur is sacked, if leadership changes again, then the reset clock restarts, and Hamilton's window shrinks. For Hamilton to stay until 2027, as Patrese predicts, Ferrari needs to prove it can build consistently, not burn through bosses like it has so often in the past. The dynamic is delicate. On one hand, Vasseur brought Hamilton to Ferrari, convincing him to leave Mercedes after more than a decade. That bond matters. On the other hand, if Ferrari continues to falter, higher management could still decide to pull the trigger, even if it risks alienating their star driver. It's a balance of performance, loyalty, and optics. Meanwhile, the fans are restless. In Italy, headlines swing wildly, one day celebrating Hamilton's charisma and his new connection to Ferrari's tifosi, the next questioning whether the experiment is already failing. Social media amplifies both extremes. Some fans argue Ferrari must give Vasseur time, pointing out that Mercedes and Red Bull only reached dominance after years of consistency. Others argue Ferrari cannot afford patience when rivals keep advancing. There are historical echoes everywhere. Ferrari stuck with John Todd, Ross Brawn, Rory Byrne, and Michael Schumacher through years of failure before the dynasty began in 2000. That patience brought 5 straight titles. But in more recent years, Ferrari has abandoned patience, sacking leaders after 2 or 3 years at most, leaving the team in constant flux. Which path will they take this time? Hamilton's presence complicates it further. He is not just any driver. He is a global icon, a 7-time champion, and someone whose influence reaches beyond the track. His words carry weight. If he throws his full support behind Vasseur, that could strengthen the Frenchman's grip. If he grows frustrated and begins to distance himself, it could seal Vasseur's fate. In Ferrari, drivers may not officially run the show, but unofficially they always have enormous sway. As the circus heads to Austin, Ferrari faces another examination. The Circuit of the Americas demands stability under braking and efficiency in high-speed corners, both areas where Ferrari has shown weakness this season. If the team stumbles again, the noise will grow louder. If Hamilton manages to drag the car to a podium, the pressure will ease. Every race now feels like a referendum not just on Ferrari's car, but on its leadership. Patrese's prediction that Hamilton will stay until 2027 may prove accurate, but only if Ferrari shows him progress. He will not linger in frustration forever. If by 2026 Ferrari still cannot deliver, Hamilton could walk away, his legacy intact, leaving Ferrari with another failed partnership to explain. For now, the story is one of tension and possibility. Vasseur fights to keep control. Hamilton fights to keep faith. Ferrari fights to find direction. Inside the team, allies and critics whisper, each rumor feeding the next. Outside, fans debate, the media stirs, and rivals watch with a mix of curiosity and amusement. So the question lingers, will Ferrari back Vasseur long enough for Hamilton to succeed, or will impatience claim another victim? Will Hamilton's first years in red be remembered as the beginning of a fairy tale, or another cautionary tale of Ferrari eating its own? As the lights go out in Austin, those answers won't come all at once. But every lap will matter, because at Ferrari, drama isn't just off the track. It is the fuel that drives the team. And for Vasseur and Hamilton, the next chapter may decide whether the dream of glory in red survives or whether it goes up in smoke like so many before.